Years ago, when I wanted to start making money online, I was able to earn my first $100 through freelancing. And since then, I've been able to grow my online business to making thousands of dollars a month. So if you're the kind of person who would love the freedom to be your own boss, work from anywhere in the world and still make a lot of money, freelancing on Upwork has the potential to help you achieve that. For starters, Upwork is basically a platform that connects freelancers to employers. And as a freelancer, you make money by offering services to employers who need them. So let's say there is somebody out there who needs to create weekly videos for their business. They'll put up a job post on Upwork, and if you're a video editor, for example, you can apply to help them handle this project. If everything goes well and you get hired out of all the people that applied for the job, you just need to complete your required tasks and you'll get paid based on specific contract terms. In this video, I'm going to cover everything you need to know in order to start your own freelancing business on Upwork. I will start by showing you how to create your Upwork account and then how to set up your profile on Upwork in a way that will get the attention of potential employers. We'll also look at how to apply for jobs on Upwork, including tips and strategies that will help you get hired fast. And before I proceed, I want you to go to the comment section and type Upwork. Just type Upwork in the comment section so that I will know you followed video. And after you've done that, let's go ahead and set up a new Upwork account. To become a freelancer on Upwork, the first thing you will need is an Upwork account. So open a new tab in your browser and then just type in upwork.com. This link will also be in the description. Once you visit upwork.com, just click on this Get Started button, and then there are two options right here. You can join Upwork either as a client who hires freelancers or as a freelancer who works for clients. Right now, your goal is to become a freelancer. So just select I'm a freelancer looking for work and then click on apply as a freelancer. The next step is a simple sign-up form. You can either sign up with your Apple account, your Google account, or you can just go ahead, enter your first name, your last name, your email address, set a password for yourself, select a country, and then if you want to receive emails from Upwork, you can check this. And then you also check, yes, I understand and agree to the Upwork terms of service and all of that. And then go ahead and click on create my account. I'll just use my Google account for this. So I'll click continue with Google and then select the Google account that I'm going to use. Click continue and then click on create my account. And here we go. Congratulations, your account has been created successfully. Now, there are just some simple setup steps that we need to go through before we are ready to start applying for jobs. So to set up your profile, right here, just click on the Get Started button, and then you just need to answer a couple of questions. Here it says a few quick questions. First, have you freelanced before? So if this is your first freelancing experience, you can check I'm brand new to this. Or if you've had some experience freelancing, maybe on other platforms like Fiverr, People Per Hour, freelancer.com, and the likes, you can just check I have some experience. Or if you're an expert who has been doing freelancing for a very long time, you can check I'm an expert. For this video, I'll just assume that this is your first freelancing experience. So let's select I'm brand new to this and then click on next. The next question is, what is your biggest goal for freelancing? The options here are to earn my main income, to make money on the side, to get experience for a full-time job. I don't have a set goal in mind yet. Just select the one that applies to you. But I'm going to select to earn my main income and then click on next. And then the final question is, how would you like to work? Now, Upwork is popular for clients getting to post their jobs and then freelancers getting to apply to those jobs. But then you can also create project catalogs on your profile that define the service you intend to offer, and then clients can get to hire you through those projects. We can just choose both so that we'll have the opportunity to apply for jobs and then also be able to create projects. And you also want to check I am open to contract to hire. This simply means you could start working with a client based on a contract and then probably eventually translate into a full-time job. So it can be very helpful to check this and then just go ahead and click on next, create a profile. Now this next phase is to set up your Upwork profile. Your profile is very important because most times this is the first place that clients will get to know you and then decide if they would like to work with you or not. So you want to really pay attention when setting up your profile, although you can edit your profile anytime, but it's very good that you do it correctly. Now, there are three options. You can import your profile from LinkedIn. That means if you have an optimized LinkedIn profile, you can do that, or you can upload your resume, or you can just fill it out manually here on Upwork. So I'm going to use fill out manually. The first thing we'll need to add to our profile is a title. And before we even continue to setting up our profile, let me show you what a typical Upwork profile will look like. So this is one profile that I've worked with recently. And here are the things that will show up on your public Upwork profile. That means this is what employers will get to see whenever they visit your profile on Upwork. And you can see here that some parts that will stand out is your profile picture, your name, your location and time zone. There are times when some clients will prefer to work with freelancers from specific location, so they can get to see that here. And when you start handling jobs, they can get to see your job completion rate. And this is very important because 100% score here simply means you are reliable and clients can get to trust you more. And to get a 100% job completion rate, you want to try as much as possible to excellently complete all the jobs that come your way. And it can be very helpful to avoid jobs that you are not sure you'll be able to complete, so that you don't go and accumulate low job completion rate and bad reviews for yourself. And then some other things I'll see here are your earnings, the number of jobs you completed, the total hours you worked for hourly based jobs, and then you can add a video to your profile and set languages, verify your ID, education, and then you can get to link third-party accounts. Like here, I have my GitHub and Stack Overflow account linked. But most importantly, this area is where clients are going to spend a lot of their attention. So they can get to see your profile title. Here I have front-end developer and WordPress expert. And then they'll also see your hourly rate and then your profile description, right? We're going to talk about all of these in a moment. And if they scroll down, they'll see your work history and the reviews that you got from each job and all those kind of stuff. And then further down is your portfolio. This part is very important because this gives you the opportunity to show your clients that you have real world experience. And then you can also add your skills and then your project catalog right here. And if you have professional certifications and work history, you can add them to your profile as well. So we'll go over all of these step by step. Now let's come back to where we're setting up our profile. For the profile title, you want to enter a title that describes your skills or the service you want to start selling on Upwork. And again, this part is very, very important because this is one of the very first things clients will see whenever they visit your profile on Upwork. And another thing, you want to make sure that the title you enter is searchable, because a lot of clients come to Upwork and then they use the search box to search for what they are looking for. So 2 tips for your Upwork title. 1, use a title that accurately describes your skills and the service you want to start selling on Upwork. And then 2, use a searchable title. So here I'm going to use experienced JavaScript, React, Node developer. Let's say this is a service I want to start selling with this profile. Now, regardless of the skills you want to start offering, whether you are a graphic designer, a video editor, a virtual assistant, a voiceover artist, a writer, whatever it is, just enter a title that describes the service you're offering and that is also searchable. And just in case you don't really know where to start from in terms of giving your profile a title, one simple thing you can do is to look at other similar profiles on Upwork and look at the kind of titles they're using and try to pick some ideas from their titles. So let's say you're a video editor, for example. You can just come over to this search box and then switch from jobs to talent and then just enter video editor. Now you are going to see a lot of freelancer profiles in this category. Then you can look at the kind of title they're using and get to pick some ideas from them and use for your own profile. For instance, this is using professional video editor and motion designer, and you can see he has made over $5,000, and then video editor over $10,000. So just look at all of these profiles and try to pick some ideas from them. And then I'll also recommend you go through these 2 articles on Upwork. The first article is sample profiles and best practices. This will give you some tips that you can follow when setting up your Upwork profile. And then the second article is 8 Upwork profile examples that will help you get clients. I'm going to link the both articles in the description below and you can take the time to go through them. But right now, I'll just use this title and then click on next, add your experience. If you have any relevant work experience, you can add it right here. And the work does not have to be on Upwork. Let's say you've worked with a client somewhere or you've worked in a company in the past you can add all of that here. So I'm going to click on add experience. So for the title, I'm going to use front-end developer, and then you want to enter the name of the company you worked with. Let me just use that. And then the location, let's say Lagos, country, Nigeria. And if you are currently working in this role, you can check this. And then you can also enter the start date, let's say from 2020 January to, let's say, December, or from, let's use 2023. And then you can enter a description for this code. Let me just use this short description for now, and I'll click on save. You can always come back to edit every step of your profile, and you can even add more work experiences if you want, but not to spend a lot of time here. I'm going to click on next, add your education. This step is very simple. You just need to add your educational background, and it does not have to be a degree. Any relevant education will do. And you can see that I'm taking the time to fill in all of these different steps because it is very useful when your profile is 100% complete. So take the time to fill in all of these different steps without skipping any of them, because you can see that you have the option to skip for now. So you might be tempted to skip the steps that are not convenient for you, but it's good if your profile is 100% complete. So I'm going to click on add education. Here, I'll just enter the name of the school and then the degree. If it's not a degree, you can just leave this space blank because it's optional. Then field of study, this is also optional, so I'll just leave it. And then date is optional, description is optional, and I'll click on save. Now click on next, add languages. Here, you basically just want to add the languages that you can communicate with. English has been added by default. You just want to select your proficiency level. I'm going to use native or bilingual. If you can speak other languages, you can just add them here, but I'm going to stick with English for now. And then click on next, add your skills. If you learn a new language in the future, you can always edit your profile to include that. Now here, you want to add all your relevant skills. This part is very important for two reasons. First, your clients will be able to see the skills that you have. And then secondly, Upwork will use the skills that you entered here to recommend job opportunities for you. And you can see they're already suggesting skills based on the profile title that I entered. So I'll just enter React, responsive design, Node.js. Let's say this. You can enter up to 15 skills, but I'm going to use this for now, and then click on next, write an overview. The next step is to write your profile description. And this is basically this text that people are going to see whenever they visit your profile. Now, there is no one way to write a good profile description. The major thing is to make sure that you are highlighting the value you are going to provide to your clients. If you don't know what to write for your profile description, one strategy that always works is to look at similar Upwork profiles and see what they are using for their description. And the goal is not to copy what they have, but to pick ideas from their description and then use it for your own description. And also, now that AI tools like ChatGPT and Google Bard are very popular, you can use the help of these tools to write your profile description. But you should understand that if you don't do it correctly, some clients can quickly see that your profile was written by AI, and that's a big red flag for a lot of potential clients. So if eventually you decide that you want to use AI to write your Upwork profile, make sure to take the time to add your own human touch, because if you just copy directly from AI and paste on your profile, a lot of clients will know, and they can just decide that because you are mindlessly using AI, you are not the kind of person that they would like to work with. So that's just by the way though. But here I have a description that I'm going to use for my profile. This is very short and straight to the point. And you can see that I made it very, very easy to read. I am going to leave a link to this and other profile templates in the description so that I can get to study them and get some ideas for your profile. So I'll just paste my description right here. Let me also add some emoji to this list that I have here so that it's more obvious. And then repeat the same for this as well. And once I'm done with that, I can just click on next, choose your categories. Here, you basically select the category that you are going to be working with. And here are different categories: accounting, admin support, customer service. They have design creative, legal, sales, marketing, translation, Just select the one that applies to you. I'll just go with the suggested category here, which is web development, and then go ahead and click on next. And here we can get to set the hourly rate for our profile. Although when applying for jobs, you also have the option to set specific rates for those jobs. And as a matter of fact, some jobs will pay you per milestone or based on the entire project. But Upwork still require you to set a rate for your profile. Now, if you're just starting, you might want to set a competitive rate, and then as your business grows, you increase your rate with it. So let's say here, I'm going to enter maybe $10 an hour. When you start getting clients and you're able to show your worth, you can start to increase your rate gradually. So I'll start with $10 an hour and then click on next to add your photo and location. This is where you can get to add a picture that will show up on your profile, just like the one I have here. And you want to basically upload a picture that clearly shows your face. So I'll click on upload photo. You can see it is specifically mentioned here that the picture you upload must be an actual photo of you. You cannot use stuff like logos, clip art, group photos, and digitally altered images. So I'll go ahead and upload the image I want to use. So this is the image that I'm going to use, and then I'll click on attach photo. Now to complete your profile, just go ahead, enter your date of birth and your country, your address, and then your phone number. Once you have all of these in place, just go ahead and click on review your profile, and you can just take a quick preview of what you have, just in case you need to make any changes. And if you have everything the way you want it to be, you can just go ahead and click on submit profile. All right, here it says your profile will take up to 48 hours to be verified. In the meantime, you can check out the thousands of jobs on Upwork. And once you are verified, you can start bidding on roles that are the perfect fit for your skills. So before I start browsing jobs, let's just click on view my profile. And let's see. While you are waiting for your profile to get approved, there are some essential steps that you need to take. For instance, you can see a notification here that says you need to verify your identity. So to do all of that, let's come over to profile settings. First, you are going to get the option to add a password to your Upwork account. So just go ahead, enter a new password and then confirm the password. Then select one security question and enter the answer right here. After that, just go ahead and check, I understand my account to be locked if I'm unable to answer this question, and then check keep me logged in on this device. That is, if this device you are working with right now is what you intend to use for Upwork, and then click on save. Now you can get to set your profile visibility. You can make it public or make it visible to only Upwork users, or you can make it private. The best option is public so that anybody can get to see your profile. And then project preference, here you want to check both short-term and long-term projects. Then if you would like to keep your earnings private, you don't want other people to see the amount of money you've made on Upwork, you can upgrade to Freelancer Plus, but we don't have that option right now. Then experience level, just go ahead and select your experience level. And if you are good with your field, you can just enter expert. And here you can get to enter categories, and then you can also set up specialized profiles. This is for people who have multiple skills. Let's say if you're a video editor and you are also a graphic designer, you can set up a profile for video editing and also a profile for graphic design. So you can do that right here. And then you have the option to link account. The options that I have here are GitHub, Stack Overflow, Dribble, and all of that. And this is because of the type of profile that I have. Then AI preference, if you want to use AI when working with Upwork, you can just check use Upwork with AI. But if you don't want that, you can check don't use Upwork with AI. I'm going to use AI, and then that's basically it for this part. The next thing you would want to do is to verify your identity. So you can just come over here and click on identity verification. And to verify your ID, there are three basic steps. First, you need to upload your ID, and then Upwork will also verify your location. And then you take a selfie with your camera just so that they check that your face match what you have on your ID. If you're in Nigeria, you could use something like your national ID, your passport, or your driver's license, and you'll be able to get your ID verified. So to do this, just go ahead and click on get started and follow the steps. Another very important thing you need to do is to enter your tax information. So you can just come over here where you have tax information. So here you can just select your country, enter your address and your postal code and click on save. But you also have the option to use the address on your profile. So I'm just going to use that and then click on save. Then the next part is taxpayer identification. Here you want to check the option that applies to you. If you're a non-US person, you check I'm a non-US person. If you're a US person, you check I am a US person. And then you want to enter your legal taxpayer name and then select the tax classification that applies to you. Let me just go with individual. And you want to enter your date of birth and then select your country of citizenship and click on save. And then there is just one final step to finish the tax information process. Let me click OK and enter my password here and click continue. Here you will need to enter your tax identification number. And if you're in Nigeria, you could use your NIN here and that will do. And you scroll down and enter your full name. For the signature, check I certify that I have the capacity to sign. And then again, you enter your full name as the signature right here and click on save. Now, all of these steps might look boring and you might want to skip them, but if you don't complete your tax information, you are not going to get paid. So just enter all of these details and click on save. Now you can come over to the VAT section. Just click on this edit icon. If you have a VAT ID, you can just check I have. But if you don't, just check I don't have a VAT ID and click on save. And that will do it. Now, once you are done entering all the required tax information, just come over to get paid. This is where you can get to add your withdrawal method. So anytime you make money on Upwork, where do you want the money to be sent to? So over here right now have available balance of $0. That's because we've not done any work. And then you can see that to withdraw earnings, you need to update your tax information. That's very important. But once you have everything set up, you can just go ahead and click on add a method. Now, there are quite a number of options right here. You can add your Nigerian bank account, but the withdrawal method that I will recommend, especially if you're in Nigeria, is Payoneer. So they'll take a $2 fee per withdrawal, and that's just basically it. So you can just click on setup and then follow the prompt to link your Payoneer account to your Upwork account. That way, whenever you make money on Upwork, it will be sent to your Payoneer USD account, and then from Payoneer, you can decide to withdraw it to maybe your Nigerian bank account or wherever you want to have it. And if you don't have a Payoneer account yet, I already have a video on my channel that will show you how to create a new Payoneer account. And this is the video right here, so you can just go through it and set up your Payoneer account that you can use to receive your money from Upwork. I'm going to link this video down in the description below so you can check it out after watching this video. And guys, if you are getting value from this video, go ahead and hit the thumbs up button, give this video a like. I really appreciate that. And if you are not yet subscribed to this channel, go ahead and subscribe right now. If you want to see more videos where I show you tips and strategies that will help you build a profitable online business. So let's come back to our profile settings. But aside from Payoneer, you also have other options for your withdrawal method. You could use PayPal, wire transfer, or direct deposit to a US bank. And once you have your withdrawal method set, one more thing that you can decide to use, although this is optional at the moment, is come over to billing and payment and add a billing method to your Upwork profile. This is the payment method you are going to use if you need to pay for services on Upwork. Let's say you want to upgrade your membership, maybe you want to buy Connect, or if you want to hire other freelancers. If your Upwork balance is empty, your billing method will be charged. So these are the basic settings you need to touch in your profile when starting out on Upwork. At this stage, all that is left is for your profile to be approved, and then you can start applying for jobs. And once your profile is approved, you are going to get an email notifying you that your profile has been approved, and then you also receive 50 connects. Right now, you can see that we have 0 available connects. That's because this profile has not been approved yet. But once your profile is approved, you are going to receive 50 connects. And on Upwork, you are going to use the connects that you have to bid for jobs. So once your profile is approved, you are going to receive 50 free connects to start with. Or when you add a billing method to your account, you can get those connects as well. But another way to get connects is to actually buy them. So you can buy more connects if you want to. And then one thing you are going to notice is that the profile that we have here is only 70% complete. Now, it is not compulsory that your profile is 100% complete before you start applying for jobs, but it can be very helpful if your profile is 100% complete. And you can see here, it is showing us some of the steps that we can follow to complete our profile, like adding employment history, adding some projects to your portfolio. Now, the projects that you can add to your portfolio does not necessarily have to be projects that you worked on Upwork. So maybe if you worked for a client outside of Upwork, you can add it to your portfolio, or you can even add personal projects that you worked on, as long as it is related to what you are doing on Upwork and it really shows that you have experience in that area. Then you can add education. You can also add a video introduction. Just record a 30 to 60 seconds video of yourself talking about what you do and why people should hire you, and then upload it to YouTube, and then you can link it to your Upwork profile right here. Then you can also add certifications and other experience as well. Once you're able to complete all of this, you will have 100% complete profile. The next thing we are going to talk about is how to apply for jobs on Upwork, because you need these jobs in order to make money. So I'm going to walk you through step by step how to find and apply for jobs on Upwork. And to do that, I'm going to switch to an active Upwork profile because this profile is not complete and I don't even have any available connects that I can use to bid for jobs on this profile. But once you complete your profile and your profile is approved, you will have the connects that you need to start applying for jobs. Now, there are three main ways to get jobs on Upwork. One, you could search and apply for jobs. Then secondly, employers could reach out to you directly and start a custom contract, or they could buy one of your projects. And then thirdly, you can get clients on external platforms, let's say LinkedIn, and then get them to come and hire you on Upwork. In this video, I'm going to focus on how to search and apply for jobs on Upwork. Maybe in subsequent videos, I'll cover the different methods. So the first thing you need to understand is that success on Upwork starts from how you find and apply for jobs. And the reason why that is very important is because every time you bid for a job, you are going to use from the available connects that you have. And because you don't have an unlimited supply of connects, you cannot just go about applying for every job that you come across. Every month, you are going to receive 10 free connects. And if you exhaust that, is either you have a Plus account and that will give you 80 connects every month, and getting a Plus membership costs about $15 a month. One of the benefits you get when you upgrade your account to Plus is that you're going to receive 80 connects instead of 10 every month. But aside from that, once you exhaust the number of connects that you have, you will either have to wait till the next month before you'll be able to apply for jobs again, or you will have to buy the connect you are going to use. And even if you decide to buy connects, if you're not strategic and you waste the connect that you have, you discover that you are spending a lot of money but not getting jobs in return. So once again, your success on Upwork depends largely on how you find and apply for jobs. Another factor that will decide how successful you are going to be on Upwork is how you handle every project that comes your way. Now, getting the first job is the hardest part. And if you handle the first job excellently, that will open doors to more jobs, because if you handle the first project correctly, first, you might get to work with that client on a very long-term basis. This way, you will not have to keep applying for jobs over and over again, because getting jobs on Upwork is kind of very tedious. So if you get a client and you can work with that client over a very long time, that's a big win for you. Secondly, if you handle your first project correctly, that will give you your first positive review, which is a big plus for you, because reviews play a major part when employers decide to pick the freelancers they work with. So there are a lot of freelancers out there who are more focused on getting new jobs than delivering a lot of value for the job that they already have. So when you get your first job on Upwork, focus on delivering a lot of value to your first client. If you do that, they'll be willing to give you a 5-star review and they'll want to work with you over and over again on multiple projects. And the way freelancing works is the more jobs you are able to complete successfully, the more job opportunities you are going to get. With all of that at the back of your mind, Let's go ahead and look for a job that we can apply for. So you'll notice that immediately you open your Upwork account, you are going to see some job recommendations right here. Upwork is basically recommending these jobs to you based on your profile. So this recommendation system will basically look for jobs that match the profile that you have and recommend the jobs to you. But because there are a lot of freelancers on Upwork with similar profiles and similar skill sets to the one that you have, there will be a lot of people competing for these jobs that are showing on the recommendation page right here. So for instance, you are going to see that some of these jobs have up to 20 to 50 proposals. This 20 to 50, this also 20 to 50 proposals. And that's because there are a lot of people seeing them at the same time. So applying for jobs directly from these recommendations can be very competitive. A better way to go about it is to switch over to the most recent tab, and here you are going to see fresh jobs as they are being posted. And you can see this has less than 5 proposals, less than 5 proposals, and this was posted just 3 minutes ago. So you basically want to try to look for jobs that are still new. And that's because there are not a lot of proposals on those jobs yet. And chances are the employers who posted the job, if they are really ready to hire somebody, will want to get it done as soon as possible. Because once you notice that a job has a lot of proposal, it is very likely that the employer has already found a candidate that they want to work with. And maybe the interview process is going on already, and applying for those kind of jobs will just help you waste the connects that you have. So you can come over to the most recent tab to see new jobs as they are being posted. Another option is to use the search feature. You can search for the kind of jobs that you're looking for. Let's say I'm looking for a project related to Elementor. I can just search for Elementor website. Now I am going to see jobs that match the search keyword that I entered here. And the good thing about this search page is that you can filter the jobs that get to show up here. So you can filter based on the experience level requirement for the job, and then the job type, if it's hourly pay or a fixed price, and then you can filter by the hourly rate, and then you can filter by the number of proposals that the job already has, the client info, history, the location, and all those kind of stuff. But one filter that I always like to apply is when the payment method of the client is verified, because people with verified payment methods are more likely to hire immediately. Now, here's this job that was posted about 19 minutes ago, and it is just to add blog to custom WordPress theme. And you can see the payment method of this client is verified. And this person has been using Upwork for a very long time, has spent over $30,000 on Upwork. And for each job post, you are going to see the number of connects that you need to apply for the job. So for instance, this is going to require 8 connects, and there are probably a lot of people who have applied for this job already. It currently has anywhere between 20 to 50 proposals already. And there is this one, which was posted about 42 minutes ago. Expert WordPress developer with UI UX skills for mission-driven web projects. And this is going to pay between $20 to $40 per hour. You can see the estimated time this project will take, the number of connects you need to apply for the job, and there are currently between 10 to 15 proposals. And this particular employer is looking for 2 freelancers. You can see on that number of freelancers needed. So you can basically check through and look for a job post that you can deliver on. Now, once you find a job that you can work with, you just need to click on it and you're going to see the full details of this job. Title, the time when it was posted, the locations where this job is open to. Like, this is available worldwide, so you can apply from anywhere. You want to take the time to go through the description of the job and understand the requirement of the job before you apply for it. And then the time it will require of you every week. This will take more than 30 hours a week. The length of the project, and then their hourly rate budget. You also see the project type. This is an ongoing project. And when applying for this job, you'll be asked to answer the following questions. This does not apply to every job, but there are some jobs that have this. And then the skills that you need, and also some preferred qualifications. Like this job, for instance, even though it is available worldwide. These are the preferred locations. And then you can see the activity on this job, an estimate of the number of proposals that have been sent. Then if there's an interview going on, or if an invite has been sent for an interview, unanswered invite, all those kind of stuff. And most times, if a job is already interviewing, you are probably too late to apply for that job. And then you can get to see the client history, the kind of reviews they get, just so that you know the kind of person you will be working with, because you don't start working with a client that is difficult to deal with. And if all of these is positive for you, you can just go ahead and click on apply now to start applying for the job. This is not job that I want to apply for, so I'm going to look for something else. So I found this job that I would like to apply for, and you can see the job is still new, posted about 1 minute ago, and there are still less than 5 proposals. So I think this is a good fit for me. So I'll just go ahead and click on apply now. To submit a proposal for a job, if you have specialized profiles, you can select the profile you want to use. I'm going to stick with my general profile for this. And this proposal will require 8 connects. And then if I scroll down here, we can just see all the description of the job. And then I can get to enter the hourly rate I want to use to bid for this job. The client's budget is $40 to $100, but you have the option to enter the hourly rate that you want to use to bid for this job. And then Upwork will take 10% fee from the payment. You can also schedule a rate increase if need be. But the most important part of your proposal is the cover letter. This is where you get the opportunity to tell the client the value you are going to bring to their project. So you want to take the time to write a cover letter that clearly communicates that you understand the job and that you have what it takes to get the job done, and also show that you have relevant prior experience related to this particular job. And what you want to do basically is to have templates that you're going to use to apply for jobs in different categories, because you don't want to keep taking a lot of time in order to be able to apply for jobs. You have templates for jobs within categories, so that once you see a new job, you just need to edit the template that you have and then go ahead and submit your letter for that job. But one thing you should not do is to copy the proposal that, let's say, ChatGPT or any AI tool wrote for you and then paste it right here, because clients will be able to see immediately that it was AI generated. Instead, what you can do is to use AI as a tool to help you create your own proposal, not AI creating the proposal for you. We'll need a separate video to be able to talk about how to write successful cover letters in detail. But one resource that we recommend is this article on Upwork, how to create a proposal that wins job. And it is one very helpful article in this regard. You can even find some examples right here that you can get to follow. So I'm going to link this article in the description. And if you want me to do a full video on how to write successful cover letters, just let me know in the comment section. But right now, I already have the cover letter that I'm going to use. Here's what I have, very simple. I'll just copy it and paste it right in this section, and then scroll down. Now you have the option to boost your proposal. Now the way this works is you use Connect to buy spots at the top of the proposal list. And people do this because usually a lot of people will submit proposals for a particular job. So a lot of the time, clients will not even get the opportunity to view your proposal, talk more of seeing what you have to say. So if you have a lot of connects, you can bid for a place at the top, but you should understand that you boosting your proposal does not automatically mean you are going to get the job. It does not even automatically guarantee that your proposal will be viewed. Now you can see some details here, and you can just go through that, but I'm not going to boost this proposal. I'll just go ahead and click send for 8 connects. Okay, so probably have some spaces that I missed. Okay, select frequency. I'll choose never. Now click on send for 8 connects again. All right, stay safe and build your reputation. Only accept payment to Upwork and all of that. I'll check and understand Upwork's policies and then click submit. And this is basically how you can get to apply for jobs on Upwork. Now, if I come back to the home page and I check my connects, you can see that I have 25 connects left. And that's because I used 8 connects to submit my proposal. You can come over to proposals to see all the proposals that you submitted. If your proposal was viewed, Upwork will notify you right here. And then there are other categories for active proposals. If you receive an invitation for interview, or if you receive any offers from the proposal you submitted. Now, a lot of the time, the clients will first reach out to you, and then you can get to discuss the project to understand the requirements in detail. And once you reach an understanding, they'll start the contract, then you can go ahead and execute the project. Now, if you have any active job on Upwork, you can get to manage all of that under My Jobs. Under My Jobs, you have the My Jobs tab, all contracts, and work diary. So if you have any job currently running, you can find them right here. If you need to submit a milestone, you can do it under contract and all those kind of stuff. Now that you started your freelance journey on Upwork, you need to understand that it might not come easy at the beginning for you. Like I mentioned earlier, except you are lucky and your first proposal results into a job, getting the first job is like the most difficult part. But once you're able to cross that line and get the job done very well, that will lead to your first positive review, and then you can keep on building from there. So you just need to remain consistent, and with time, you are going to learn the best strategies that work for your business. You will notice that the most successful freelancers are those who have been doing it for quite some time. So they have been able to build relationship with clients, they have been able to build their reputation, they have been able to build their portfolio. As you keep getting bigger, it kind of gets easier. But while you are just starting, you need to give yourself the time and the space to grow. And if you encounter any setback on your journey, let's say you meet a very difficult client that gives you a bad review, which is very likely to happen, you just need to keep pushing yourself at every point, stay focused, and keep on building your business. And if there's anything you would like to learn more about on Upwork, just let me know in the comment section and I might create a video about that next time. And don't forget, if you enjoyed this video, if you got value from this video, please hit the like button and be sure to subscribe and turn on all notifications so that you'll be the first to know whenever I drop a new video. And that's basically it for this video, guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.